Dinky Danny here. Today I'd like to show you the games that I picked up for the month of September 2010. I got a lot of games this month. The weather's been pretty bad. It's been getting colder out here in Pennsylvania, and the flea markets, once it starts getting cold, they don't really have as much stuff. So I didn't find quite as much as I usually do, but I still got some really cool stuff that I'd like to show you. And the first thing I'd like to do is thank two people this month. The first one's Sega Atari 25. He sent me two games. I already did a video on it. They're Philips CDI games. The first one's Zelda Wand of Gamelon, and the second one is Link: The Faces of Evil. I really appreciate it. I've been trying to find a Philips CDI on eBay, and they're really expensive, so hopefully I'll run into one sometime, or maybe find a cheap one on eBay. But I really appreciate the trade, and I just apologize, and now I'm definitely going to be getting your stuff sent out. I've been really busy going into this job real early in the morning, and when I get out, you know, I mean, the post office is closed, so I'm going to go out on Saturday, definitely get that sent out to you, so it's definitely going to be coming in the mail. Next, I'd like to thank one of my friends in real life. I've known this guy since 6th grade, I think, and he's one of my best friends. I used to go over his house, play video games, camp out in the woods, shoot slingshot, all kinds of stuff. Had a lot of fun when we were growing up, and his grandma just recently found their old Nintendo and gave it to him, and he was thinking about selling some of the games, and he started watching my YouTube videos and said he'd rather me keep them. So he hooked me up with a bunch of Nintendo games, and the first two are boxed, and the first one is Captain America and the Avengers. I didn't have that one. And then also Tetris boxed. So I really appreciate those. And then the next thing he just found, and it's a Super Nintendo box. And I gave him a couple bucks for this. He was going to sell it. And I'm always looking to get the original systems that I had growing up. I always want to get them boxed and complete. So when he said he saw this and figured he'd see if I wanted it. And it's really cool. It's the Killer Instinct version. And that's actually the game that I remember most playing over at his place. I remember the first one, we saw a demo of Super Mario 64, and I really remember that. But one of the games that I really played over there was Killer Instinct, so really cool to get this. Really appreciate it, Chuck. And another funny thing is, just this month, I ran into a complete copy of Killer Instinct at the flea market. So really cool. This is in excellent shape. So to have this and finally a Super Nintendo box is just awesome. Now I have pretty much every console that I had growing up. I don't have a boxed Sega CD, 32X, and a Game Boy. And I guess an Atari 2600. I don't have those boxed yet, so those are the ones that I'm really looking forward to. But really cool to get a Super Nintendo, one of my favorite systems. Next I'll go over some of the other games that he gave me. And the first one is Spyro Year of the Dragon. And I've heard a lot of people talking about the Spyro series, and I've never played it. And this one has like a 3D cover. I don't know if you can see it, probably just glare. But he gave me this one. I'm not sure if it's as good as the original, but I really wanted to try out the Spyro series. So anyone who knows, let me know if this one's as good, or if I should, you know, try the original out. And the next ones are all just Atari games. And the first one is Rocky, The Adventures of Rocky, Bullwinkle and Friends. Muppet Adventure. I'm sure this game's terrible. I haven't tried it yet. But these are, he had a bunch of games from his grandma. So all the ones that I didn't have in my collection, he said I could have. And next one's Tom and Jerry. Back to the Future 2 and 3, which is kind of weird. I wasn't sure if I even had this, and I was looking, and it's weird that they have 2 and 3 all on one cartridge. I don't know why they did that. Next we got Bases Loaded 4. I had Bases Loaded 1 to 3, and Bases Loaded, I most remember playing it on the Game Boy. I loved playing that, but it's fun on the Nintendo too. Next one is Lemmings. This next game, he actually told me to play it, and we had a blast playing this, and it's called Vegas Dream. We put this game in, and he was like, you gotta check this out. All you do is you could play Keno, Roulette, and I think Blackjack. I think those are the only 3 games that you could play. And you play the game, and you start out with like $1,000 or something like that, and you have the money to gamble with. But as you're playing, random people will come up to you, and you'll get brought into a random encounter. So like the one time a girl came up to me and said, and spilled a drink on my jacket, so I had the choice of whether I wanted to let her take it and clean it for me, or I could say no, and, you know, depending on what I chose, if I let her take my jacket, which I did, she just robbed me and I left my wallet in there, so I lost like half of my money. And all these random encounters came up, so it was really, really fun. The encounters were hilarious, you know, so really fun game, had a lot of fun playing that. And the next one that we played over there was Battletoads. And I remember this game being hard as hell and nothing changed. We played it, and for the first time ever, I finally beat the racing stage. So I'm going to try and play through this game, start to finish. I'll probably use the code to get extra lives, but I'm going to try and beat it without using 2-player or anything like that. Hopefully I'll be able to finish the game and say that I completed Battletoads. I see a lot of people where they could beat it in one life. I mean, well, not a lot of people, but I've seen people that beat this in one life, and I just have no idea how they can do it. So it'll be a good challenge for me. The next one is Puzznic, Mach Rider. Here was the Ninja Turtles game that I didn't have, the Manhattan Project. I've never played this one, so I don't really know what that one's it's about. I remember the first two were a lot of fun. The first one was really hard though. Next one is California Games, and the last one is Off-Road. So a lot of Nintendo games that I didn't have, and thanks to him giving me these, I actually passed up the 200 mark for my Nintendo collection. I finally have over 200 games. I think I'm up to about 210 now. So really cool, I have over 200. I guess that's about a little bit under 1/3 of the collection. So happy to get those. And the next two games are Nintendo games that I picked up at the flea market. And I'll take it out of the case here. It came in a plastic case. And I'm actually wondering what the difference is with these two. Hopefully someone out there will know the difference. Because they're both titled the same thing. Impossible Mission 2. I don't know if you could see the covers on there, but they're two different cartridges. And the same guy had both of these. And I wasn't really sure what the difference was with the two games. This one here is made by Epyx and SEI. And this other one is made by American Video Entertainment. I know this is the one that I think Angry Video Game Nerd used, and he thought it was funny because on here it has that red dot that says press here, which is just stupid. But if anyone knows why there are two different versions of this game, definitely let me know. I'm really curious about it, and I couldn't find any information of it online. The next thing that I picked up, and pretty much all I've been playing all month, is Halo Reach for the Xbox 360. I really enjoyed Halo 3, I love the multiplayer, and I picked up Halo Reach, played through the campaign with my cousin on Legendary, and it was a lot of fun. The campaign was pretty cool. The ending was a little bit disappointing to me, so it was kind of anticlimactic, but I really enjoyed the campaign. It was a lot of fun, pretty cool game. As for the multiplayer, it's pretty fun. The only problem that I'm having is the spawns seem terrible. So many times, like on certain maps, people will always be guaranteed to grab rockets and things. It gives them advantage for the whole game. And also, the DMR, I really don't like it. When you're shooting, you have the reticle, the circle, which is your crosshairs. And as you shoot, they'll get bigger. And your bullet has a percentage to hit in that circle. And it's kind of like, even if you wait for the reticle to close back down, which is what you're supposed to do, and time your shots so that you can be more accurate, it's really just a pain. A lot of the times I'll run into someone with no shield, and I'll shoot pretty accurately on them, and my bullets just, I get unlucky and they miss, or the person will get lucky and get a headshot. But overall, the multiplayer is pretty fun. It's cool having the new abilities like the jetpack and invisibility cloak and the armor lock. They're a lot of fun being able to mix things up, but I still don't like it as much as Halo 3. Also, when I picked that up, I got a Best Buy gift card for $20, so I saved a little money on that. Out at the flea market, I picked up another 360 game, and it's Gears of War 2. I played some of Gears of War 1, never finished it, but I hear Gears of War 2's campaign's pretty cool, and I've been seeing some trailers for Gears of War 3, so I decided to pick it up. I only paid $10 for it, so should be worth a shot. Next, at the flea market, I found a sealed copy of Star Wars Episode 1 Racer. I remember this game being pretty fun. I'll probably sell it. I'm not too big on keeping sealed games, and I already have probably 3 copies of this game open, so I'll probably toss it on eBay. Next up, I got a Super Nintendo game, Brett Hall Hockey 95. Just another game to add to the collection. It's in perfect shape. Not a really great game, just a generic sports game. Also up at the flea market, I think, yeah, actually all the rest of this stuff came from the flea market. The first thing is Streets of Rage 2 for the Game Gear. I got this for $3 complete. So pretty cool. I love Streets of Rage, and for $3 I couldn't pass it up. The next thing I got was just this past weekend. I got a Game Boy Advance SP. I never had one of these, and they're really nice. I wish I had one when they first came out. They're pretty cool. Now my Nintendo DS can play all the games, so I don't really have too much of a need for the actual system. But it's cool to have in my collection another console, and it also came with Zelda 2, the classic edition, I guess. So I've been playing Zelda 2 just in my car, you know, waiting to go into work or on a break or something like that. So really fun, and of course I love Zelda 2, so that was a cool game to come with it. And it's actually the Zelda 2 edition here. It's got the sticker on the front, so it was a pack-in with this. Also, from the flea market, not from the same guy, I picked up Professor Layton in the Diabolical Box. I really enjoyed The Curious Village, so I finally got around to picking this one up. Now the next one's out, so I'll have to finish this one and pick that one up. In the other DS game, I got Pokemon Soul Silver. I haven't tried this out yet, but I'm sure I'll like it. Everyone raves about Pokemon. And the last stuff that I got, here I got a Game.com, and I actually haven't tried this yet. I'm assuming that it would work. I got it for only $1, but I'm not positive because I haven't tried it yet. Has games over here in the side. Quiz Whiz. And what's the other one? Henry. So, never had a Game.com. I think that's how you say it. Maybe Gamecom. But never had this, and I got it for $1. So, cool adding that to my console collection or handhelds. I also picked up at Goodwill Oddworld Abe's Exodus. I've always heard people referencing this game when they talk about other games, and I've never played them, so I decided to pick this up. I got it for $3, and I'll try it out, see how I like it. If any of you have played that, let me know if you like that one or the other one more. Also, I've been looking for this game, Prince of Persia and the Sands of Time. A long time ago, I picked this up at a good GameStop, but it was disc only and it was really scratched up, so I couldn't really play it. It kind of glitched a little bit. And I've been waiting to find one, and I got this for $4, so really looking forward to playing it. I hear it's a lot of fun, and I'm really curious to see how the time mechanics work. I don't even know what it's about, but looking forward to playing this one. I also picked up, I mentioned it in my video to the trip to Ides Entertainment. The only game that I picked up there was Mickey Mania for the Sega CD. Got this for $4, and the store near my house always charges $10 for this, or $10 or $15. So for $4, had to pick it up. Case is in great shape, and it's complete. And the last thing that I got at the flea market was a Guinness World Records 2010. I got this off of the kid who sold me Pokemon Soul Silver. So I got it for like $2. It has some cool information inside here. It doesn't really show all the records like I thought it was going to. But it's kind of more like a magazine. You know, it just has top games of the year and stuff like that. So it's a cool book, especially for $2. Just look through and have some cool interviews in there, like with Shigeru Miyamoto and a bunch of other people. So those are the games that I picked up in the month of September 2010. The main thing is a Super Nintendo box. It's awesome getting this. I almost have all the consoles in the box that I had growing up, so really appreciate it, Chuck. Awesome that you started watching my videos now, and you know, he says he's been liking them, so I'm pretty happy that he gave me all these games for my collection and put me over the 200 mark for Nintendo cartridges. So I'm Thinky Dana. This is my collection pickups for September 2010. Thanks for watching.